150 goals conceded in just 102 games for Manchester United, a Champions League finalist one year and the face of a crisis the next. This isn't a keeper in a dip, it's a £47 million experiment that never paid off. So how did André Onana go from Inter Milan's last line of brilliance to Manchester United's biggest headache? Let's break it down. In July 2023, Erik ten Hag moved on from David de Gea, bringing in a goalkeeper he knew from Ajax, André Onana. The hype was real. At Inter Milan, Onana had helped carry them all the way to a Champions League final. His reputation, the prototype modern goalkeeper, sweeping high off his line, pinging passes into midfield, breaking pressure with confidence. Fans and pundits alike called him the missing piece. For once, United seemed ready to embrace a keeper who could launch attacks rather than kill them. But reality hit early. His Premier League debut came with nerves, and by autumn his mistakes were under the microscope. Misplaced passes, hesitant claims, and soft goals conceded in Europe sparked concern. Inside Carrington, coaches wrote it off as bedding in. But fans noticed the difference between the confident Inter sweeper and the hesitant United version. By the end of the 2024-25 season, André Onana had played 72 Premier League games for Manchester United, conceding 102 goals. Across all competitions by early September 2025, he had made around 102 appearances and kept 24 clean sheets, resulting in a shutout rate of approximately 24%. He had also conceded 150 goals in 102 total appearances. André also made headlines for errors in the Carabao Cup game against Grimsby in August 2025, where 2 errors led to 2 goals conceded. This contributed to Manchester United's Carabao Cup defeat and fueled ongoing criticism of his performances. These aren't just bad optics, they're hard stats that compared unfavorably even with David de Gea's worst season. So what went wrong? At Inter, Onana's positioning was aggressive, commanding. At United, he retreated closer to his line, second-guessing himself. Routine saves started slipping. United's backline was anything but stable. In 18 months, he played behind a revolving door of centre-back pairings. Maguire, Varane, Martinez, Evans, even youngsters thrown in. At Inter, he had a consistent three-man defence. At United, chaos ruled. At Old Trafford, pressure is oxygen. Boos for holding the ball too long. Groans for a risky pass. Each chipped away at confidence. What looked like composure at Inter turned into hesitation at United. The turning point came in cup competitions. Against Grimsby Town in the Carabao Cup, his mistake in a shock defeat became the headline. Instead of a redemption arc, it was the moment critics sharpened their knives. From then on, fans and critics openly called for him to leave. Amorim hasn't trusted him in the Premier League, leaving him out of all 3 games so far, with appearances restricted to the Carabao Cup. He hasn't played a league minute since. United fans didn't hold back in their criticism. Online and in the stands, frustration grew louder. Then came Nemanja Matic's brutal verdict. One of the worst goalkeepers in Manchester United history. Harsh words, but amplified by pundits and statistics, they stuck. Clips of his errors went viral, turning matches into memes. And once a player becomes a punchline at Old Trafford, recovery is rare. By early September 2025, the situation for André Onana at United had changed significantly. Altay Bayındır had moved ahead of him in the pecking order, starting the first 3 Premier League games of the season. Manchester United also signed Belgian goalkeeper Senne Lammens from Royal Antwerp. The final development came in early September when a deal was agreed for Onana to join Turkish club Trabzonspor on a season-long loan. United finished 15th in the Premier League in 2025, their lowest finish in the Premier League era. André Onana's departure for Trabzonspor followed a period of inconsistent performances and high-profile errors, impacting his reputation. This move comes roughly 2 years after joining United for £47 million. In a nutshell, Onana lost his sharpness, retreating into mistakes, The club failed to give him defensive stability or protect him from a circus, while Ten Hag gambled on a system that never materialized. Together, they turned one of Europe's most confident keepers into a case study in decline. So that's the story. From Champions League hero to one of Old Trafford's most painful flops in under 2 seasons. Do you think Onana was already overrated when he signed, or did Manchester United's chaos break him? Drop your verdict in the comments. Best one gets pinned. Don't forget to subscribe for more United Autopsies, because at this club, the drama never stops.